one of the people that I really admired that just came to mind was Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who said that one person who can say no can bring down a tyranny, so to say, and he for sure like paid the price for it in regards to like going to the gulag as a consequence of the remarks he made about Stalin. I think it was at that point. If we are moving on to the last part of the interview, because I know you have many important things going on, what were some books that shaped you into who you are?
I had a very kind of diffuse reading, and I've read so many things from so many different sources, some of them really quickly. I think a really important concept to understand is the concept of a meme that Richard Dawkins introduced and wrote about. Meme is this idea that spreads, not because it's a good idea, but because it spreads. I think the classic religions have so much wisdom in them, and it's been really fascinating. Like when you expand and you're able to draw inspiration from all of these versions of religion. Like you can compare, and you see basically all these generations of wise people around the world trying to create a better future and communicate in the best possible way. And I think the process of building libraries is more important than individual books, even though there is no library without individual books. But the curation about like who decides what books should be read is a very sensitive one. I returned to a school I used to attend, and I looked at the library, and it has changed so much. It was at the time when I was there, it was curated by people who were looking for wisdom. When I went there last, it was curated by activists who wanted to push their ideas onto others.
On my way to our interview today, I drove by the very place where the Nazis burned the books of some of my favorite authors, like Freud and some of the psychologists. And I wonder if curating a library and putting the books to the place where nobody will find them is almost as bad as burning them altogether. And this is a challenge that I'm having right now, Alex, if I'm being completely honest. Like my goal is one of the questions that keeps me up at night is how do I to remove the intermediary from the library that I'm currently building. Like, because it's like many of the spirits that I would like to resurrect on this platform, or people who should use this, are not in conform with what would be, for instance, be allowed by many governments. Like it would exclude me from entire markets. Like if I bring in anti-communist literature and bring some of these people alive, I'm not even sure like I can safely travel across China, for instance, or like if I'm I don't know, like and I feel like my time frame is way too short to even judge what a person should read or not. And I just feel that there should be freedom in regards to having history decide like what's a good idea. And or as I love also that you said that memes, that some ideas, that some things just spread for the sake of it. Anyway, have you any advice for me personally as a friend on how to think through this properly? Because it potentially could mean also like loss in revenue, or some of these nutcases taking a closer look at burning down what I'm hoping to build.
So one of the problems managing online communities has been that some people are trolls, like they're going to be annoying and obnoxious um, and so on. But at the same time, if you turn their accounts off, they will come back under a different account. So uh, one of these like online communities, what they did is they created a separate realm, um, and if you're a troll, you're transferred to that realm where you can interact with other trolls. But other people don't actually see the trolls. Like trolls live in the dungeon, right? But they have the company of other trolls. So it's the same with libraries. Like, when someone wants to remove a particular book, it is removed from the dungeon that they live in. And it appears in the anti-dungeon of the forbidden books. So this way you maintain balance in the universe, right? Like you remove from somewhere, but you added somewhere else. The other day, I was looking at a particular company, and someone noticed that when this company was asked to remove specific documents, they listed the removed documents in a long list of removed documents.
Yeah.
So this way, they made the censorship transparent.
It's also, I think, a beautiful philosophical question. It's like, am I currently in the library or am I in the dungeon in regards to what part of the debate I am in?
Yeah, but
Um,
like one more thing, just before we continue, like you're saying like, well, I don't really want to be the curator because I don't want the responsibility to be then persecuted for the act of my curation. And I'm like this is the this is impossible. Like sometimes we have to take a stand.
this is not what I'm afraid of. Well, what I'm afraid of is that the next person will not care. Like I'm afraid for the library. I don't give a shit. Like for me, I don't need much. I can just do push-ups in the prison and eat much. I'm fine there. It's like many like it's a family tradition pretty much to go to these things. But it was, for me, it was more like the next person will not care and they turn this into a commercial product, and I would just create another problem for humanity rather than
succession is a very important problem, and has to be approached with a lot of care.